Good morning, Gia, and hi. Nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us for the interview today. First thing first, let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Nurno Habiti Zaidi, and this is my partner.
My name is Nur Afika binti Muhammad Khairul Sebastian. It's really nice to meet you.
We are English communication students from College Professional Mara, and today we conducting this interview session for Pragmatics in Intercultural Communications assignments. So, for the start, may I know your full name, your age, and your background?
So my name is Lo Jiawen. I usually go by Jia. I'm currently 19 years old and I'm studying immersive media design in MMU.
Oh, I see. Um, how is the environment in MMU in terms of cultural diversity?
Oh, we have a lot of culture here because there's a lot of international students coming in and I got the chance to get in touch with them a lot.
Oh, I see. For moving on to the next question, how do you feel about the label used on the internet towards Chinese community, namely Type C?
I've heard of the scandal before and to me it feels very scandalous, I would say. And at first it would feel very offensive, but at times, since let's say because the admin apologized, it would be like the controversy is settled. But after it got viral, people on the internet started using it in an offensive way, towards Chinese people, which I think is not okay to some extent.
I see. What do you think if someone in a higher position, such as government officials, use these labels? How do you feel about that?
I would feel very discouraged. Like, as a government official, as a higher up, you should know better of the context behind the I wouldn't say slurs, but the context behind slangs and such.
Yes. For the next question, we're moving on. How do you communicate with your family at home? For example, when you're making a request or solving a problem.
Uh, I would say my family, compared to traditional Chinese family, my family has been very straightforward with approaching problems that we would communicate it through together. I know that some Chinese household will not do this, but I'm grateful that my household doesn't have these problems.
Kind of communication style, like direct, this kind of direct style is significantly influenced by your own culture.
I mean, I feel like my family is kind of like we still keep the Chinese culture, but I would say our mindset is kind of open rather than like traditional Chinese.
I see. Okay, question. We are going to show you a picture. Um, excuse us for a moment because we have to share the screen. Sorry for the disturbance. Wait for a moment, yeah. Okay. So, can you see the picture?
Yes.
Okay. As you can see here, this picture shows a gesture that Malays culture used to show respect to its elders. So, in this kind of context, are there any specific gestures that you use to show respect to elders?
Um, in terms of culture wise, when we sit in a table, well, during dinner time or during lunchtime with the elders, we would have to wait for the elders to eat first, then the youngsters can eat afterwards. And then we have to, like, the youngsters have to be the one to say, like, oh, we can eat now, to the elders.
Oh, okay. What happens if you ignore this kind of gestures?
Well, like, the elders will feel that the youngsters are not respectable enough, to the point that they would give glances like, oh, why is this kid like this? And then they would gossip with the oh they would gossip with the other, like, with their peers, and I'm like, whoa, chill.
Okay, I'm going to pass to my partner for the next question.
All right. Um, all right. So for the next question, are there any Chinese cultural practices that you feel other Malaysians often misunderstand?
Oh, um, I would say, like, during the Hungry Ghost Festival, like, we would put statues of gods outside in the roads and such. But as years go by, I feel like it's because, like, the shrines has received official letters like they cannot put the statues up in front. They have to cover it. That's why I feel like I don't understand why they have the need to do that, because in a sense the god is there to protect during the Hungry Ghost Festival, to protect us citizens and also the ghosts as well, to not, like, distribute the peace. So I don't get why people are upset when we have to put our statues out in broad daylight.
Mm, so, for you personally, have you, like, you or your family or people you know, have have they, like, encountered conflict because of this?
Not really. I wouldn't say that, because we don't really go to this type of festivals that often, because we have our own gods at our house. We have our own statues. So the purpose of that is purely for the people who, like, it's just for the ghost basically. It's for the ghost, mostly for the ghost. And if the people have the heart to put out the, would you say, sacrifices, or, like, the things for the ghosts to eat? The offerings, yeah, the offerings for the ghosts to eat, yeah. But other than that, we mostly do it at our house. So,
I see. Okay, so for the next question, we're going to show you a video.
So I know tomorrow is your day off, but I saw that we only had like 3 cashiers in the morning, so I had to put you on. It's already 8 p.m. What time do you have me on in the morning? It's an opening shift at 6. Okay, well, first of all, I don't work mornings. I work 2 to 11. And 2, you can't just put me onto the schedule that little in advance. I need to have at least 24 hours. Plus, I have plans tomorrow. It's my day off. Okay, well, we need you, so I expect you to be here at 6 a.m. Mornings are out of my availability. I can't work tomorrow morning. Why? Because you don't want to get up? Like, it's really not that big of a deal. No, because I get off at 11 tonight. It's an hour drive home, and then you want me to come back in at 6 a.m. with literally a couple hours notice. That's not happening. Well, whatever plans you have are less important than helping this team out, okay? I expect you to be here at 6 a.m.
Was the video clear?
Yeah.
Um, so the video shows a worker and her manager having a conflict about working schedule, right? If you were put into the worker's situation, how would you react?
I feel like I would react the same as the worker in the video. I don't know. It feels so weird to, I wouldn't say weird, but I don't want to normalize worker culture in my personal life. It just feels weird because I already said that I'm not available and my shift is during that time and that time. So why would you have to put me on to that without even getting through me?
Mm. So, um, the next day, would you come into work or not?
No.
No.
Like that no. Cannot. Again, like maybe what if I have classes in the morning, then it's literally impossible for me to attend both at the same time. And
Yes.
I already told the cashier or the cashier, the manager that I am not available during that time. So why would you still put me on?
That's true. So, let's say you didn't come into work the next day, right? Your relationship and your manager is like it turns. Would you do anything to make the relationship more positive, or would you just leave it be?
I would just leave it be.
I
If
see.
worse, I would quit the job. If worse. I don't know. I never worked before, but that's what I would do.
Okay. So I think that's all. That's all of our questions now. Thank you so much for joining our interview session today. We really appreciate it. Um, Thank you for taking time out of your day to help us do this assignment. Yeah, that's it. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye. Yay!
Yay!